In this video, we will discuss when to use Scalding. So, when to use Scalding? Well, the first reason why would you like to use Scalding is to benefit from the power of a full programming language, as opposed to Pig and Hive, which are somewhat limited in what they can do. The other reason why would you like to use Scalding is to fit into the ordinary software development lifecycle. So we have test-driven development, we have continuous integration, we have all the usual things. The next benefit is that the code that we are writing with Scalding is rather short and it is easy to understand. The intent of the program is easy to deduce from the code. Sometimes the organizations may start with Hive and Pig and they recognize they don't have all the support that they need to write more complex big data programs. For example, if you need to do some machine learning algorithms, you often have to do iteration. And this is something that is very difficult to do in Hive or Pig, or you have to even escape their boundaries and use some command shell scripts to run programs in multiple iterations. In Scalding, you can do that naturally. You would just use a loop in Scala and program it in that way. Scalding is going to be a good match if you have big data developers who are not afraid of real programming language. And this can be a factor. Depending on your organization, big data developers could be coming from the database background where they might be familiar with SQL, but they could be challenged to program in real programming languages. And one of the reasons to use Scalding is to attract top developers, to use cool state-of-the-art technologies. And we have seen that already with Scala. It is not absolutely necessary to use Scala to achieve the functionality of their products. But with Scala, which is a very hot, advanced language with great productivity, you often get better developers to sign up for your team. There are situations where Scala is not the ideal choice. Imagine that you are doing work in the organization where the only thing that you do is very basic ETL. The developers that you have don't have the background in programming, so they would like to stick to something that is rather simple. In that case, Hive or Pig could be a better choice. Sometimes the big data developer culture that you have does not welcome programming. Again, this is related to the background of the people that you have. And you need to consider that the Scala, which is necessary in order to use Scalding, is a powerful but a complex language. It is a very rich language and you cannot learn it overnight. So learning Scala could be too challenging without proper training or guidance. In these situations, we would prefer to stick with Hive or Pig and use Scalding on more complex projects.